Hey guys, Sak here from sakitech, and in today's video what we're going to do is we are going to be unboxing the Samsung Galaxy Tab S11. Now this is not the Ultra model, this is the S11, which has an 11-inch display. So let's unbox it and see exactly what is going on, what is different than the S11 Ultra, and whether or not this is the better option to buy. Alright, so let's lift up the box and see what's inside. And there's the Samsung Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra. This one is in silver color, as you can see. Let's lift this up and see what else is in the box. I'm going to put that right there for a second. And here we have it. We have the brand new redesigned S Pen. And of course, in here, we have the user guide. And a couple other things. Let's show you what that is. So we have the USB Type-C cable. We've got the user guide. And also we have a little ejector tool. That is to eject the micro SD expansion option that is actually in the tablet. Let's do a quick tour around the tablet, see what's happening with that. Now I do want to let you know that you can get this tablet either in silver or gray color. The starting price is $800 for the 128 gigabyte model. Because they just got released, you can get the 256 gigabyte model for $800 as well. There's some great initial deals. The links are going to be down below if you're interested. All right, so here we have it. So on the rear, we have armor aluminum around the edges. We have armor aluminum. The display on the front is Gorilla Glass. Now you can see it's a very thin tablet. It is 5.5 inches. We have the volume rocker and the power button, some microphones. And here's the micro SD expansion slot. You can add additional memory if you need to. We're going to talk about the details. On this side, you can see we have two speakers, 1, 2, USB Type-C port. And then on this side, we have two more speakers, 1 and 2. So that means this product has quad speakers that do sound really good. At the bottom here, we have nothing. You can see we have some redesigns when it comes to the connector. The smart accessory connector has been moved to the back. It used to be at the bottom. So now it's in the back right here. I do have a book cover keyboard case, the slim version for this guy. So we're going to show you guys how that works with the new connector. But let's look at the S Pen. So here's the brand new S Pen. It is redesigned. We still have the Air Command button right here. At the bottom, we have this gray line. That gray line allows you to align the pen with the top of the tablet, and it attaches right here magnetically, right here. Okay, so this is the new location for the S Pen. It no longer sits in the back here. It now sits on top of the tablet. All right, so let's fire this up and see exactly what is going on. And also, I want to talk about what the S11 Ultra has that this guy doesn't. It does have some slight modifications compared to the 11 Ultra with reduced features that you should be aware of. All right, so here we have it. I just set this up and we are in the home screen. And I do want to quickly start by talking about the actual display. So let's go to the settings and let's go over to the display. First and foremost, this is a gorgeous display. The brightness on this display has been increased to 1600 nits. On the Tab S10, it was 930 nits. So it's going to be a very bright display. We have a 120 hertz display refresh rate. And of course, we have a high crisp resolution. And you can see we have all the display settings you would expect from a tablet like this, from a Samsung product. Everything is in here. That is great. It is an 11-inch display, so that's considerably smaller than the 14.6-inch model, which makes this much more portable. However, we are lacking a feature compared to the Tab S11 Ultra. Let me show you what that is. It's very important. Now, one thing I want you guys to understand with the display of the Tab S11 is it does not have the anti-reflective coating. So take a look at the reflection of the light on this one. We have the anti-reflective coating, so that's reducing the glare of the light. But if I bring that over here, you can see far more reflections and also the light's far more bright. Look at the difference, okay? So that's that and that's that. So you are going to get better visibility on this one in bright lighting conditions, despite the fact that this one and this one has the same same peak display brightness. Anti-reflective coating is another layer. For some reason, they withheld that from the S11. But you can see side by side, this one is much more handleable with one hand. Look at that. So much easier to hold with one hand. The bezels are a little bit thicker, but that's not a huge deal. If you want something more portable, this is the better option. And of course, you can see it does not have the notch. So if you don't like that notch, here's a notch-free experience. Now here's a look at them side by side. In the keyboard case, you can see the Tab S11, the 11-inch model, is much more portable. The S11 Ultra is basically a laptop-sized tablet. This one's gonna be much more portable. If that's a priority, that's the better option. Now here's the keyboard cover case. Now I will let you know quickly, I recommend you don't buy this right now because very soon, in a month or so, they're gonna come with the same thing that's also gonna include a trackpad, which I think is much better, but it's gonna work very similar to this one. So I'm gonna show you guys, here's the connector pins. They attach to the back right over here. So let me show you how easy that is. If I put it right over here, it just snaps into place, okay? You just saw it snaps into place. And then I connect the back, and that's what you have, okay? If you don't need a trackpad, it's a great option. But if you want a trackpad, which I think is gonna be much better, I would just wait to get this. If you just need it for typing, then you can get this right now. All right, so let's talk about the specs really quick, the performance, the storage. So this tablet has a Dimensity 9400 Plus processor, which is a very fast processor. It is an upgrade from last year's, which was 9300 Plus. It is 25% faster overall in all categories, CPU, GPU, and AI processing. Now, on top of that, if I go down over here to my device care, you can see that this is a 128 gigabyte model. By default, from the factory, 29.3 gigabytes already has been used, so you're left with approximately 90 gigabytes with the lowest model. But you can get the 256 gigabyte model or the 512 gigabyte model. You do not have the option to get the 1 terabyte model like the S11 Ultra. However, it does support micro SD expansion, so you can add up to, if you need, 2 terabytes of additional storage. But remember, the built-in storage is always going to be faster than micro SD storage. So I would say get minimum 256 just in case. Additionally, when it comes to RAM, we have standard 12 gigabytes of RAM, and that's it. You cannot get 16 gigabytes of RAM. If you want 16 gigabytes of RAM, you have to get Tab S11 Ultra with the 1 terabyte storage option. Otherwise, it's 12 gigabytes across the board. But don't worry, the performance is going to be top-notch in this tablet. This is a flagship tablet, no question about that. All right, so when it comes to the battery, if I go to my settings and if I go to my device care right over here, we have an 8,400 milliamp hours battery that is much smaller than the 11,600 we have on the S11 Ultra. But don't be fooled. This one has a much smaller display. This is only 11 inches versus 14.6 inches on the Ultra model. So the battery demand for the display is much less. So this battery is going to get you a full day of use, no problem. And if I go over to my charging settings, you can see we have fast charging. So that's going to be 45 watts fast charging. So I think the battery size is in fact appropriate for this size of tablet. Now, when it comes to biometrics and security, what we have is, if I go to my settings, if I go to my biometrics and security right over here, we do have an in-display fingerprint sensor. So you can see we have fingerprints and we have face recognition that can use this camera to log you in. But I prefer the fingerprints. It's an optical fingerprint sensor, and here's how it works. So I'm going to lock it. I'm going to wake it up, and you can see the fingerprint sensor icon. Press, and it goes right inside. And it works great. So let's do that one more time. Okay. So even though it's an optical fingerprint sensor, it works quite fast, as you can see. All right, so let's quickly talk about the S Pen. So we still have it, as you can see, free in the box. Great to navigate your tablet. Or if I go to my Samsung Notes, let's create a new note. great to take notes. Very smooth, very precise, feels like a pen and paper. This is a top tier writing on the screen experience, no question about that. The precision and the smoothness has been improved with this generation. Additionally, if I go home, I still have access to my Air Command menu. So if I tap the button, the Air Command button, it brings up my menu. This is a quick tutorial for first time use, okay? But that's my Air Command. If I go to my Drawing Assist, that's one of my AI features. The things I can do are amazing. I can draw a car. Here's the pen. Let's just draw something here. A low-level car. And then I can say illustration, generate, and that's going to use AI to turn my scribble into a work of art without exaggerating too much. So that's going to be right there. So that's great. All the regular S Pen features are here, improved better than ever. However, we have a missing feature. So if I go to my settings, and if I go to my advanced features, okay, and if I go to my S Pen, we no longer have the Air Actions. So this S Pen no longer has Bluetooth capability, which used to allow me to control the tablet remotely with the S Pen. I cannot do that anymore. The Air Actions menu is gone. Everything else is still here. And like we said, it now attaches to the top. And as I attach it to the top, it no longer requires me to charge the pen. The old pen on the S10 series was a chargeable pen with Bluetooth functionality. This doesn't have that. So that's the S Pen. The other thing is, if I go to my settings, look at that beautiful animations as I pull these down. With the notifications panel, if I pull down here, it comes down in the middle. If I pull on the corner, it's on the corner. I like that. And then I got my other stuff right here. Beautiful. This is all One UI 8, and that's the new thing. These tablets do ship with One UI out of the box, okay? So you get all the latest One UI 8 features, including the new DeX. So let me show you the new DeX really quickly. So here it is, my Android interface. I launch applications, as you can see, and they just launch in full screen, and here they are. If I want to activate DeX, now I simply have to press the plus button. So I go to my recents and tap on plus, and now I have my Samsung DeX. As you saw, we have a tutorial. So now I can create desktop spaces. So look at this. This is my Samsung desktop space, and this is my Android interface. So right over here, it's going to be a separate area. So if I launch something, let's just launch the clock right over here. It's going to launch as a pop-up, as you can see. And as I launch more and more applications, they'll launch the same. Okay? So that is great. Let's do one more. Go to my app drawer and launch the calculator, which is right here. So that will be my desktop working space right here. And I can have this separate from my regular Android interface. On top of that, I can have up to, this is desktop 1. I can have up to 4 separate desktop spaces. Let me show that to you. So I just added 4. So desktop 4, 3, 2, 1, all independent of each other. So I can create specific workspaces and do work. Research, typing, random. And then I also have my regular Android interface. So that is the new DeX. It's right over here. If I go to my connections, let me just full screen that. Connected devices, Samsung DeX, and here it is. And of course, I can connect this wirelessly if I want to a display or wired. But you don't have to do anything with the DeX from the menu here to activate now. It is readily available when you tap on the Recents button. If you don't want one, you exit out. Okay, so look at this. X, close. All right, X, close, and then X, close, and now we are back into our regular Android interface, as you can see, plus to activate desktop number 1. So that's the brand new Samsung DeX. Now remember, we talked about the fact that this tablet has 4 speakers, so this is going to be a great multimedia device because if I go to my sound, and if I go to my sound quality and effects, we also have Dolby Atmos, which is the surround sound experience.
So for watching movies, consuming media, this is going to be rock solid. Gorgeous, high quality display, quad speakers. So powerful multimedia machine on top of that. Now, one more thing I'm going to mention is if I go to my settings and if I go to my connections, this tablet particularly only has Wi-Fi 6E. It does not have Wi-Fi 7 like the S11 Ultra. So that is one little downgrade on the S11 compared to the S11 Ultra. Now, most people, almost 95% of the people are going to be fine with Wi-Fi 6 or 6E. But if you particularly want 7 for some reason, maybe business purposes, then you want to get the 11 Ultra. All right, so we have talked about everything. What do I think about this tablet? I think this is a perfect size. 11 inches is much better than what we had last year. Last year, we had the Tab S10 Plus, which was 12.9 inches, and then we had the 14.6 inches on the Ultra. But that doesn't make any sense. They're both very large tablets. I like that I have a smaller tablet option at 11 inches with only a few compromises, and then I have a larger option, 14.6, that is the true Ultra. Remember, the only thing that this is going to lack is the fact that it doesn't have anti-reflective coating, it's got the smaller display, and it doesn't have Wi-Fi 7. But beyond that, it's pretty much identical to the S11 Ultra with a smaller form factor, slightly thicker bezels, no notch, same S Pen. I think one of the biggest things you're going to consider with this guy is basically the size of the display, the portability factor. So if you want something that is ultra portable, this is the option to consider over the S11 Ultra. But that is my initial review. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below and let me know. For now, guys, have a fantastic day.